Hi, I'm Lisa Fail, top REMAX agent in the Durham region, and today I'm bringing you your May 2026 real estate market update for the Durham region. And actually, hot off the press, just this morning, the Bank of Canada has announced that they're holding the key interest rate at 2.25%, saying that the path forward for monetary policy still remains uncertain. So, if you've been waiting on the sidelines for rates to drop further, it looks like we're still in a bit of a wait and see situation. Let's start with the bigger picture across Durham region. In May, we saw 804 units sold, which is up 14% from April, a really solid jump heading into the summer market. The average price came in at about $851,000, up 1% month over month. New listings continued to climb too, with 1,978 new listings hitting the market and active listings now sitting at 2,563, up 10% from April. Homes spent an average of about 24 days on market. Now, here's the interesting part. When we compare to this time last year, sales are still down an average of about 5%, and prices are down 6% from May's 2025 at $905,702. So while things are picking up month over month, we're still working through a market that's more balanced than it was a year ago, and that's actually good news for buyers. Now, let's talk about Oshawa for a minute, since that's another area many of you are watching closely. Sales were down 15% year over year, 183 this May compared to 216 last May. Active listings dropped 8% from 710 down to 654. The average selling price came in at $708,723, down 9% from $781,748 last year. And days on market moved up to 24, a 26% increase from last year's 19. So similar story to what we're seeing across the region. Fewer sales, a bit more breathing room on price for buyers, and homes taking a little bit longer to find the right buyer. If you're curious about exactly what's happening on your specific street in Oshawa, that's where a personalized home evaluation comes in. Reach out anytime and I'll dig into the numbers for your neighborhood specifically. Let's zoom in on Whitby now. Sales were down 12% year over year, 151 this May compared to 172 last May. Active listings dropped 19% from 520 down to 421. The average selling price held pretty steady, down just 1% to $949,657. And days on market moved up to 22, a 38% increase from last year's 16. Wow. So what does it all mean? Less competition for buyers, prices that have largely held their value, but homes are taking a bit longer to sell, which means sellers need to be strategic with pricing and presentation right out of the gate. If you're a buyer, this is one of the more balanced markets we've seen in a while. More inventory to choose from, prices that aren't running away from you, and with the Bank of Canada holding the rate steady, at least there's some predictability while you plan your next move. If you're thinking of selling, the month-over-month numbers are actually encouraging. Sales activity is picking up as we move into summer, but with days on market creeping up, presentation and pricing strategy matter more than ever. This is where a proper market evaluation makes all of the difference, I promise. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Durham region, I'd love to help you navigate this market. Reach out anytime with a call, an email, or a direct message. Bye for now.